even more into it. Yeah.
All right, is this better?
Much better. Fantastic.
Okay,
So
cool.
we all hear your voice. Lagos, we want to hear from you as well. What questions do you have for our experts about the federal mortgage system? Are you a contributor to the scheme? Are you a mortgage holder? What do you want to know? Women, we still have the one number, so it's women and men calling us on one number, right? So men and women call us on 014657190. I'll start with you, Yoma. Can I call you Yoma? Is that okay?
Yes, you're my.
All right. So employers deduct 2.5% of employees' monthly salaries for a contribution to the National Housing Fund. What does that money entitle contributors to? What does that money entitle me to?
Okay, thank you very much for having me here. So basically, it's sad that not all employers do that.
Yeah.
From what I've found out.
Yeah.
And if you are under any employment and you are not doing that, then you should speak to your HR, to get in touch with these people so they can do that. What it avails you if you are not a contributor, you cannot, access the National Housing Funds for your project in that capacity. So because basically, once you've contributed for a minimum of six months, it entitles you to be able to apply for that loan. So I can talk more if you want me to, but basically, that's where it entitles you. It gives you the opportunity to be able to apply for the loan, basically.
Okay. What's the maximum loan amount?
15 million.
15 million. And employees can get this loan to buy a house, yes?
Yes, they can.
Okay. And loan can be it can be for up to 90% of the house price?
Not quite. So they put a maximum cap. So take, for instance, the property you want to buy is, say, 10 million.
Right.
Say maybe 1-bedroom apartment or 2-bedroom, depending on location, across the country, it varies.
Right.
So take, for instance, the property you want to buy is 10 million.
Right.
Right. So you are supposed to make an equity contribution of, say, maybe about 20%.
Right.
Right. Once you make that 20%, which is 2 million,
right,
the remaining 8 million, the government would now make that portion available for you.
Right.
So it's not like they'll give you the whole 15 million. If what you want to buy is less than that particular amount, so you bring about 20%. Then if the remaining 80% can be covered within the loan, then that is what they give to you. So anybody buying a house for, let's say, more than, say, about 50 million, knowing fully well that 15 million would not cover everything, what it means is you pay your equity contribution, they'll give you that 15 million, then you have to make up for the difference depending. So you have that arrangement with the developer to be able to have that sorted out.
Okay, let's talk to a developer now. So talk to us. What is he leaving out?
Well, he did approach in the right manner. First, I wanted to say, what's mortgage?
Okay.
Define mortgage itself. We know what they are banks, they call mortgage banks.
Okay.
So to do the right definition is just to say the buying and selling of houses. Now, the idea of loan comes in because it's up in this part of the world that we do everything by cash. Most things are done by long-time credits. So the federal system has what we're talking about now, the mortgage.
Okay, I think someone's phone is, Okay, good, fantastic. All right, go ahead.
So the federal system has the Federal Mortgage Bank. Primarily, I'm retired from the system now, and talking about the way it works, we find out that when we came in, the money was tipping. It was a tipping, maybe they take 3 naira, 2 naira. Though we think it's nothing, but the pool is large.
It's large, right?
Very, very large.
Right.
And then we saw a kind of subtle money sleeping. If you are in the communication world, you remember there was a time they said some bond of money was found in the CBN. They cannot attribute.
And you don't know where it is. Who owns it?
But I want to believe this kind of money is part of it. I'm telling you. I am a builder.
Okay.
I've been active in Lagos.
Okay.
Before going to Abuja. I want to differentiate about 3 now.
Okay.
Forms of housing that the federal government is into constructing and delivery. Their mortgage. Although, like we said earlier, Nigerians like the raw cash, so we pick it up. But primarily, the design is for the civil servants. Not even, it's gone beyond, it's bigger now.
It's everyone now.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
everyone
it's
now.
everyone
Yes,
now.
everyone.
If you are in the private sector, you can come in. If you are just ordinary Nigerians, you can gather yourself and form a cooperative body and register yourself and do your monthly contribution, and
To be able to get a
you'll
house.
get whatever you want from it. Now, talking about the federal government, we have about 3 forms via which the production of houses are done.
Right.
The Federal Ministry of Housing,
Okay.
take notes, others are affiliates.
Okay.
But these days, they are become so big that they think they are bigger than housing, the ministry itself.
Okay.
But they are not really,
Okay.
because they get their power by constitution from the ministry itself.
Okay.
Now, what is prevalent in the ministry is called PPP, private partnership.
Okay. Public-private partnership.
Public-private partnership.
Okay.
Then, in the federal government, we have, in the HOS, head of service, we have what we call FISH,
Okay.
Federal Integrated Staff Housing Scheme.
Okay.
Now, this third aspect is the mortgage bank.
That's the one for me.
No, they are all into mortgage.
Okay. Oh,
All
okay.
into mortgage.
Okay.
Your money, the contributions are all used.
Okay.
Please, take note, even there are international donors
Okay.
to these projects. I want to be a loyal civil servant. I don't want to castigate my boss. Yeah.
But you're retired now. You're not a civil servant anymore.
Oh, I mean, always a soldier. Soldier's always a soldier. You still go back. You can still go back.
Okay.
So, the fact remains that, let me just do the way to go about it, definitions and assessment. You get registered, automatically as a civil servant, you are registered. And from the day you start receiving your first salary, deductions are made. Just like we have the IPPS program, the integrated personal thing. The PENCOM. All these deductions are done before they give you your main
Before your take home.
take home. Now, the NHF aspect of it is managed by FMGB, Federal Mortgage Bank. So it's cumulated there. But what is constant or happens in our country is the fact that even civil servants are ignorant.
They don't know about that money.
They don't know about the money.
We'll come back to that. Now, how about those who don't get a mortgage? That's another group of people I'm curious about. What do they get from their 2.5% contributions?
Okay. If you have knowledge, you'll be able to access. If you it's assumed that if you are contributing and you don't put in for your mortgage, or you don't put in for the mortgage loan, so to say, you just want to contribute up till when you are retired, which is 60 years old, or maybe when you are 35. You know, after you've done 35 years of service, because there are some younger people who work for about 35 years, right? So they can access them. So either of them, whichever comes earlier. If you don't apply for a mortgage, it means that you are just contributing, and when it's time, you just file for that particular money. All the monies you've contributed, you file for it to be paid to you. So many people do not know that this thing is available for them. So they may contribute. And even many people do not know that it's like the way pension works, that it's still your money. You can access it after, you know,
after you've retired.
Yes, after you retired, or when you're 35 years, whichever comes earlier.
So 35 years old or 35 years as a professional?
Service.
35 years of service.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So when people don't access, is the federal government will not run after every single individual. Come and take loan. Come and take. They won't do that.
They're not going to do that.
You know, because it's based on, if you want it, you know, come and apply for it. But if you do not apply for it, it's assumed that you don't want it.
And if you don't retain the entire if you don't reclaim your entire contribution,
that's on you.
Oh. Ooh. It's also supposed to accrue interest, right?
Not quite.
Oh, it's not?
Not quite.
I thought it was supposed to accrue like 2% interest.
Yeah, but you see, that's why I said let me be a good civil servant, and I don't want to talk.
Please don't be a good civil servant. Talk to us now.
Well,
it's Nigeria Info. We're supposed to inform.
Nigerian, to be my brother's keeper.
Good. So be my keeper.
In law,
it's supposed to accrue.
There's no ignorance
Okay.
in law.
Okay.
The reformer, I called Baba the reformer, the Obasanjo man. I have a lot of respect for him.
Okay.
For yet to find out that some people don't really know what he has achieved.
Okay.
In the government.
Okay.
In Nigeria as a whole.
Okay.
He brought the PENCOM, the IPPIs, and all those things.
Right.
Now, 2 points I want to make. It is very essential that when they deduct this our money, as what do you call it now? Inflation differs at every point. They are supposed to do some calculation and build on your product.
I see.
That is sleeping. I'm not sleeping now. That is why the FMGB could use 56 billion. I'm telling you, because it's a sleeping fund. You know the story about PENCOM? You know about government looking for the money, want to finger it? I'm sorry. But that's just the truth. The FGMB saw that thing there and they fingered it. I told you I'm a professional. I was in one place they call Kaduna Property, Kaduna Housing Project.
Okay.
It's between Niger State and Kaduna.
Okay.
The project we had 2014, 250 flats, and the estimated budget was 7 billion.
Okay.
For the infrastructure, the roads, standard. I mean standard. We may not be loud, but taste us, we are good. Federal, I'm talking about the federal housing projects.
Yeah.
You can see us in Niger, you can see us in Ikoyi, you can see us everywhere in Lagos. This project I'm talking about, 250 flats of varieties, 1 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, stories. And like I said, drainage, roads, lights inclusive, 7 billion.
Is that too much or too small?
I'm going somewhere.
We're about to take a break. That's what I was asking.
Okay. Just to tell you the truth, it was enormous.
It was enormous.
Just at that time.
As at that time.
No, okay, you're asking for my 7 billion.
Yes.
My 7 billion was reasonable compared to what we have now.
Okay. Reasonably large, reasonably small. Reasonable is
seriously small.
Oh, compared to what we have now.
Compared to, you know.
So a project like that will cost more than 7 billion right now, is what you're saying?
The first question I have that I don't have answer, that I will want to ask, where that 56 billion naira comes out from.
Yeah, but we're leaving that particular story aside because I just want Lagos to understand how this thing works. Because what I'm hearing is I'm contributing this money, and a lot of people like me do not know that I can actually access this money when I'm old enough to access this money, right? So what's the process for applying for a loan through the NHF? That's the question that I'll be asking. We have about 2 minutes before we have to go on a break. I don't know if that's enough time to answer that particular question. Is it Yoma? Is it?
Yeah, I can.
Is it? Okay, let's try. If we don't finish, we'll continue after the break.
Okay, great. So the question is how to access it.
Yes. What's the process for applying that loan?
So basically, you can, I would say what is practicable. Let me not go just by the books.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because it's best so people can relate with that.
Okay.
The provision can, or there's a provision for individual to apply for that. But in many cases, individuals hardly, you can count them, right? For individuals who apply, they
get it.
They like going in groups, because when you go in group, in a group, right, the amount and everything, it's a bit substantial, so they can sit on it. And so, like your organization, if you have about 20 staff or 15 or 10,
you can apply for them as a group.
You can apply for them as a group instead of going as yourself.
Now hold that thought. When we come back, you keep telling me, because I'm sure that there are so many other things, and then there are actual technical stuff you have to do. Complete a form, photocopy this, photocopy that. Yoma is going to give us that information after the break. I've got Yoma here. I've got Michael here. They're both experts in the industry. They were both callers who shared their thoughts with us a few weeks ago when we talked about this for the first time. And they'll talk to you in a few seconds.
Of hypo bleach for me. Why two? Because I'm using one to soak the whites and using one to kill all the germs.
But I can't see any germs here.
They are so tiny you can't see them, but they are there. And that is why I trust only hypo bleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of hypo bleach.
0700 4300 0700 4300.
Akayode, kilo shele. Who owns this number you're trying so hard not to forget?
It is the number of the real estate company who are going to give me 100% dry land, which ranges from 700,000 to 7 million in Ibejuleki. And guess what? This land will sell for over 20 million to 50 million in the space of 2 to 5 years.
Why Ibejuleki?
Have you not heard? Lands in Ibejuleki appreciate with 300% within a period of 1 year because of the development in that area, like the Dangote refinery, the Free Trade Zone, the Lakapine Tropicana, Deep Sea Port, New International Airport, and so on.
Oh, really?
Of course! These properties are affordable, and not just that, you can pay for 6 to 24 months.
Wow, who are they?
Vines Realty, a leading real estate company in Lagos, Nigeria, with affordable properties in the best locations just for you. Call us now on 0700 4300, 0700 4300, or visit our office at Suite 48 Dominion Plaza off Igbo FM bus stop, Lekki, Lagos. Remember, think lands, think vines.
This one you're frowning like someone who just ate fufu with lime. I hope all is well. Why won't I frown when they're asking me to produce my great-grandmother's birth certificate and the CO of of the Atlantic Ocean. All because I need a small loan to stock up my store with goods that are in high demand. Relax your mind. Stanbic IBTC SME loan has got your back. Really? Sure thing. With the Stanbic IBTC SME loan, you can get a loan from as low as 50,000 naira up to a maximum of 10 million naira without collateral, all within 24 hours. If you are an existing customer, enjoy the support you need to keep that small business or side hustle moving forward with Stanbic IBTC SME loan. This offer is open to new and existing customers.
For more information, walk into any Stanbic IBTC branch today or call our Enterprise Direct team on 0700-333-3333 or visit www.stanbicibtcbank.com.
Stanbic IBTC. It can be.
Babe, that girl must be using something. Hey, Berry, what kind of something? You to see how she's always smiling, displaying her 32. You're cuckoo right. I know her secrets. I know what she's using. She uses it twice a day. Tell me her secrets. I'll give you a hint. ABZ. ABZ?
Yes, ABZ is the secret. Close-Up contains antibacterial zinc, ABZ, which gives you 3 times more freshness and 3 times more protection. Better than your regular toothpaste. Now you know the ABZ secret.
The new Close-Up is her secret. Everybody must hear. You can't keep a secret.
New Close-Up with antibacterial zinc. Triple the freshness, triple the protection.
Anwana Webo Nata Chingomo, Chief Patron of today's pre-house warming party.
No be me be that. Status don't change. You see that mansion? He never ready.
But you received the Italian marble, French windows, mahogany doors plus
My brother, I have received them. I have paid for food, drinks, band, dancers, only to see crack for ceiling.
That's not bad POP be that. They know you Star Gyps.
Simio.
Star Gyps is made from natural gypsum that has excellent high strength after drying. It is also durable and lightweight and gives that smooth finish.
DJ, no Dorime come here. The pre-housewarming party is cancelled. We are remodeling Ichok Villa with Star Gyps POP. Bam!
Star Gyps is affordable and available nationwide. Star Gyps, give your house the star touch it deserves.
As a partner who shares your ambition, we understand what it takes to break barriers and expand your business. That's why we're excited to introduce the Smart Business Loan from Standard Chartered Bank.
With the SC Smart Business Loan, you can get up to 20 million naira to expand your business. This is available to schools, manufacturers, retail and wholesale traders with no collateral needed. Smart Business Loan from Standard Chartered Bank is easily accessible. Simply contact your relationship manager or send an email to nigeriabb.products@sc.com or call 234-123-68475, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. workdays. To get started, visit www.sc.com/ng for more details. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good.
We've had many battles, we have won some wars, but in all our struggles, we have lost loved ones. It may be cloudy outside, but not for very long. We will surely see the sun, 'cause we know no matter the weather, no matter the tide, we go there together. We stand by your side. No yawa, no problem. Go fit stand to fight us. We go stand together. We go beat them down.
When woman become mama, e get another level where she dey take the city. So mama sabi when gbege like pain dey knock for door. Mama no send o. She carry M&B paracetamol tablet wey dey kick pain with alacrity. The red one or the syrup wey get pineapple taste take sama aches and pains comot for her family. Mama dem wey wise up trust me and Becca past 70 years when e don dey take care of people body. Abeg, make you give aches and pains red card with M&B paracetamol. If wetin dey do you no vamoose after 3 days, abeg go see your doctor. M&B paracetamol. Pain no fit stop you.
Sunshine makes everything better. That's why Lipton iced tea leaves soak up hours and hours of glorious sunshine. And together with juicy fruit flavors, they go into Lipton iced tea to give give you a delicious, refreshing taste. So you can chop better life with sunshine in a bottle.
Lipton iced tea. Available in peach and lemon flavor. Lipton iced tea.
Lipton iced tea, deliciously refreshing.
Hi there. Do you know that you can invest your money with Fair Money? That's right. Fair Money, the quick loan app now Fair Money Microfinance Bank, offers investment opportunities that allow you to grow your wealth. By investing in Fair Money, you stand a chance to earn as high as 21% return on investment. What's even better is that Fair Money is offering to cover the liquidation costs of migrating your investment. So hurry, contact us via phone on 070-492-06939 or 01-700-1276. You can also send an email to investment@fairmoney.ng or efeosa@fairmoney.ng to start the process of migrating your investment from low-yielding returns to high-yield return investment opportunities on Fair Money. Fair Money to the moon.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
This is Madam Landlord.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. It's 4:36 at the moment, and I've got guests on the show with me today. First up is Olusegun Michael, who is a builder with experience with the NHF. We also have a facilities manager, Ogene Yoma, on the show with us. He is, of course, here because a few weeks ago when we talked about real estate fraud, they called in and they shared quite a number of insights that I really, really liked. Shagun from Lekki says, please, how can my retired mom get her share back? She worked for 35 years and retired 4 years ago. Now, before we get to Shagun's mom, Yoma was telling us before the break what the process for applying for a loan through the NHF is, and he was trying to keep it as practicable as possible. So back to you, Yoma.
Okay, yeah, for those of us just joining in, I'll just step back a bit, to just say that. So basically, right, if you are under employment and you can identify your pay slip that you are making contributions for the NHF, what you should do is talk to your HR, and there are people that can help you do that, right? Talk to your HR to say, okay, fine, we want to access the National Housing Funds. So first things first, you are supposed to have a number, NHF number, right? Once you are registered, because that number is like your bank account where they are making remittances to, right? You need to have that number. You need to know your number. You need to know it in such that if you leave a particular organization to another organization, instead of them creating a new number for you, you can retain that particular number.
Look at that. Look
right?
at that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, many people just hop from one place to another place and without records, and when they go there, they just start and
afresh.
Maybe they just start afresh and all that. So if you are crossing over, you can just ask your previous employer if you don't know it. In fact, you should know it, which is why we are telling you, ask your HR, to get your NHF number, because they are supposed to be remitting that money. Hold them accountable. So they are not just deducting and keeping it into someone's pocket. They are deducting and they are supposed to make remittances to the government, right? So you need your NHF number. Then there's also a passbook.
Okay.
Your NHF passbook.
Kind of like an account savings checkbook.
Yes,
that kind of thing.
the default, the olden
days checkbook.
Yes, checkbook.
Yes.
So, so that's formerly it used to be all green, like real green, but right now the new ones that they are doing, it's more of white than the fonts are green.
Okay.
You need to have that. So in that, your booklet, you would have your passport on it, you have your NHF number, and also stamped from their office. Their office is at Marina for the Lagos. They have an office in Marina, right?
Oh, I see.
And guess what? That booklet is very cheap. It's about 150 naira.
Oh, okay.
So your organization cannot say that
they can't afford to get it.
They can't afford to get it. It is your right. They should get for everybody.
I like that he said that part. It is your right.
It is your right.
Okay.
So get that, have it registered. They have it stamped and all that. So on the booklet, when you open it, you are supposed to be able to feel like from when they are contributing. So you can, if your maybe the finance department can help you with that to be able to pull out figures, or they send you your pay slip like they do for every other person. You can just go there, make reference to it, and find out how much you're contributing. But if you don't know, but you know your salary, what's your basic, your salary, the 2.5% is not on the whole salary. So if they are doing that, that's a foul. It's a foul. So in your pay slip, you are supposed to see a breakdown.
A breakdown, right?
And it's on the basic income. You know, some people, they have.
So the basic income is the smallest one.
Is
sometimes
not necessarily the smallest,
depending on how much you're making.
Depending on how much you're making,
Yes.
and all that, and the different components and all that. So you can. Some people, they have housing, they have clothing allowance, whatever it is. But on your basic income, you apply 2.5% on it to know how much
you're contributing.
In many cases, there are people who maybe their take home can be up to 400, 500, 1 million, right? What's the 2.5% of their basic income is maybe as little as 1,500. You know, 800 naira, 1,000, 1,000. So it's not anything very significant, you know. So most times when people think that it is their money that they are contributing, that they are using to get funds, I disagree.
So it kind of works like a cooperative. So it enters into a pool.
Pretty much.
That's how it works.
But even if every single Nigerian who are contributing to the pool decides to access 15 million, all the monies they have contributed will not cut it. All the monies they have contributed will not cut it, because now let's say some people who have contributed for maybe like 10 years, the total monies they've contributed may just be like 45,000 naira. Okay. But they are giving you 15 million. So don't come outside and shout like, okay, fine, that
give me my money.
You know that it's not one very significant amount of money.
Okay.
You know, it's just one way for the federal government to say, okay, you are a Nigerian, born in Nigeria, here in Nigeria, you can access this. So get your NHF number, get your passbook, have them. You should be able to document how much you for the month. So you can do from, let's say, January 2017 to December 2017. Just add everything together, put the amount. You go down to January 2018 to December 2018. You put the amount. So there's a column where you write it in words and figures, and just keep adding. You know, adding everything up and all that. So once you do that, your the finance or the companies is supposed to stamp, that would act as one of the major documents
for accessing the
needed
loan
for you to apply, submit with other documents. So because they need to verify your age, you need a copy of your birth certificate. They'll need your bank statements. They'll need maybe about 6 months bank statement. They need maybe 3 to 6 months. What are they calling it? Pay slip, you know, to be able to verify that, okay, yes, you are actually doing that. So those are for people who are under employment. For those who are not under employment, you can, you know, arrange, you can go there, pay for the booklets, you know, they will give you your booklet, give you a number and all that, and say, okay, fine, this is how much I want to be contributing, right? Which is where he mentioned much earlier, you can join a cooperative. Many times they have faith in people that are able to join a cooperative in addition to that. So even if you are out of employment, because you are under a cooperative, they see some level of contributions that they can add in addition to whatever they are doing, to be able to say, okay, we as a group, we want to apply for this particular loan. So having mentioned that, you know, of course, there are intricacies, but I just want to try to be fast so people can get all this information. Having done that,
don't worry, this will be a series. You'll be back.
You know, so having done that, you have to identify with developers registered under the National Housing Fund. So they have list of registered primary mortgage banks.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So you have that primary mortgage banks who in turn would engage developers. So the developers themselves, they don't necessarily have to be registered in quotes. More of the primary mortgage bank. So the primary mortgage banks have relationship with many developers to be able to say, okay, you are building, let's say if he's building, Mr. Shegun here is building, let's say if he has 50 units of maybe a project coming up and all that, he can approach one of all these registered banks to be able to say that, okay, I have this project. If you have anybody coming in as this, you know, kindly refer them to me. So the partnership will now be they would ask for the documentation. The developers will ask for your documentation, and evidence of your equity contribution, which is maybe about 20%. If the property is less than 10 million, it's usually less than that. If it's less than about 6 million, you don't necessarily need an equity contribution.
Okay.
They may just give you the whole 6 million.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
They can just give you the whole 6 million to purchase. But what is expected of the developer to do is to complete the house to a particular extent.
Okay.
Ideally is maybe about 70%.
Okay.
Once they complete the house to about 7, because the each unit or whatever the standing unit, or whether if it's apartments or standalone rows or flats, each unit will serve as a collateral to the individual collecting the loan. So you can't say you want to use land as a collateral. Right? So because before you get approval for unit and all that, you have the necessary documentations for the land, C of O and all that. So once there's something they call perfection of title documents, that title document would now be yours at the end of the day when you finish paying. So that paper would be with the government.
I see.
Or with the pretty much. So there's a copy that is with the government, there's a copy that is with the
bank,
so to say, and they'll give you the property. So you'll be there. Once you finish paying, they'll now hand over that document to you. So even though you don't own the land, like if it's a block of flats, even though you don't own the individual land and all that,
you own the house.
You own the house, and you can use that as a collateral for any other loan, so
that you want to get anywhere else.
That you actually want to get. But the thing there that I want to emphasize is, as much as possible, don't go as an individual. If you want to go as an individual, they'll frustrate the process, because truth be told, these people are quite thorough sometimes when they want to check. So it's easier for, like, if we are here in Abuja, if this is the office that tends to maybe process some of this stuff, the staff, the number of people, that the team working on it, I don't think they're up to 20 in all. And they have to verify projects all over Nigeria. You would not tell, like, maybe a team of 5 to fly and go and see just one house somewhere.
So it's easier if they have to do like bulk work. Let me come to Michael for a bit with that question from Shegun. Shegun wants to find out how his retired mom can get her share back. She worked for 35 years and retired 4 years ago. She retired from civil service. Michael?
Okay, I would want to know her location.
Okay.
If she's in Lagos or in Abuja.
Shegun, Shegun is in Lekki. I don't know, but just assume that she's in Lagos or Abuja.
Her last point of posting.
Oh, okay. Hopefully, Shegun is typing Lagos.
Lagos?
Yes, Lagos, yes.
Okay, what she should do, if he has, like I said, as ignorance is not an excuse. She should have the card we're talking about. If she has that card, even if her ministry or departments are not working, with that card, if she go and enter into the Federal Mortgage Office, they have a section for it.
Okay.
And that card, if it's from their office, the number is there.
Okay.
It's in batches.
Okay.
They'll fish
her file out.
And they will fish her own account.
Okay.
What will be missing is the fact that she do not have internally generated accounts.
Okay. What is that?
If she gets the card, I'm talking to Shegun's mom now.
Yes.
That's my sake. I think what I'll do, take mommy to FGMB.
Okay.
Ask questions. If they have not given you card, it's sad. What is the reference to which you've been contributing?
Yes. How do you prove that you have been?
No.
Can she show her payslip?
Except her payslip, yes.
So she can show her payslip? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you get to NHF, they'll fish it out. Then they'll give you the balance.
Okay. Akin wants to know about people who have left paid employment. This deduction has been made and they don't know how to access it. What about them?
The same thing.
Same process.
Scenario, yes.
All right. Someone wants to know how they can engage my guests on a project. They have a cooperative with a land with C of O. They contribute to NHF and they're willing to start partnership with them as soon as possible. That's a message from Ola from Victoria Island. Ola, you have to be specific. Which of my guests? Because I have 2 guests on the show. But hey, Lagos, we've got time to take one call. Just one call, right? 0700-993-993. No, actually, that number is not working, so please don't call the number. 01465-7190. We're going to have this conversation again and again and again because it's such a vast field. There's so much that is uncovered. So think of today as an introductory episode. So we've introduced you to this huge world, largely unfamiliar world, with 2 guests who know about it. Hopefully we'll get someone from the mortgage bank on the show as well as somebody from the national housing ministry as well, and hopefully all of them will have answers for us. 99.3. Hello, sorry about that. Hello. Thanks for calling. What's your name?
My name is Olamide.
Olamide, you have to be as quick as possible. Go ahead.
All right. I want to ask, I've been paying for, I think it has been deducted from my salary now for close to a year, the NHF. But I saw online that you can actually access it by dialing *219#, which I did. But the response I got was that there is no account for me. So I just want to know how I can go about that.
Maybe you should talk to your HR to know whether they're remitting, because it's one thing to tell you to be deducting it from your salary. It's another thing to be remitting it to the national fund, the National Housing Fund. So, talk to your HR. Say, I dial this number. I'll see what's happening. How far? You remitting my money or not?
All right.
All right. Thank you so much for calling Olamide. 99.3. Hello? Are you there? Sorry about that. All right. Well, Ola from VI just joined the program 10 minutes ago, so he doesn't know which guest he wants. But if the gentlemen in the studio with me are okay, I'll ask them off air if they're okay with me sharing both their contacts with you. And if they are, I'll share their contacts with you, of course. Sandra, please, I left my paid job over 2 years ago. Not quite long, the employer profiled me before leaving. Till now, I'm into a business. How do I fit into this? I had requested to be contributing to it, but the registrar declined owing to my unemployment status at the time. We've got 30 seconds. Who's going to answer that question in 30 seconds? Join a cooperative, he says. Is that the answer?
Well, that is one major part, because they want to see that you are responsible to a group, right? To be able to continue to make that contribution. Yes.
Steady.
Basically, right, it's your right. If you've contributed for a minimum of 6 months, you can access that fund, because
I don't know how much time we have.
We're out of time completely. That's why I said 30 seconds. We're completely out of time. Okay. I know.
All right.
But hey, you'll be back in 2 weeks. You'll be back in 2 weeks. Even if you can't come into the live studio, we'll do it over the phone or we'll do it by Zoom or however we can do it. But in 2 weeks, we'll do this again and answer as many questions as possible. Thank you, Yoma. Thank you, Shegun, for coming. Up next is a break, and then we'll talk about pensions. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili.
It's an infomercial. Hey guys, I have good information from Visa Card to